5 years ago, I was completely lost in life and had no idea what to do. Now I've ended up working with guys like this guy and turned my life around. So here is the full, raw, unequivocal account of my story. Broke, depressed, and completely lost. That was me in 2019, just 5 years ago. Now I'm sharing my unequivocal, raw account of my transformation to inspire you and share my story with you so you know what's possible. Let's go back to 2008. I just started my career in the motor trade and I was working a 9 to 5 and I was working my way up. I got myself in the door as an apprentice and I wanted to earn money and I wanted to work with cars. That was my goal, that was my passion, and that is what I wanted to achieve at the time. Now, it was really dirty work, it was really hard work. And as you can see, this great picture, that is me in my apprentice days when I was 18 years old, getting my hands dirty, working with cars and learning the value of good old-fashioned hard work. This was all I had at the time, and I kept working at it because I knew I could climb the corporate ladder. I was a really hard worker. I knew where this path led. I knew I could climb the ladder into an office job one day, wear a suit and tie and go to work and feel great about myself. And that's what I wanted. I thought the harder I worked, the more money I would earn. Over the next 9 years, I carried on working and eventually I landed a job with BMW. And at 27 years old, I was driving a BMW 5 Series. I was feeling great. I was earning a good salary. So yeah, on paper, I guess you could say I'd made it. I was making money. I'd met my future wife along this path as well, which was another bonus because I thought, hey, she's attracted to me because I'm driving a 5 Series and I'm earning a good salary. But I forgot one thing. I'd become a shadow of my former self. My wife, or my partner at the time, had even said to me, I really need to sort something out because I'd gained weight. I ended up looking like this at the end of 2019 and I was just all over the place. So I really had to figure things out. My testosterone was seriously low. I gained about 40 pounds in weight. I was 260 pounds, 6'3", just had a really horrible physique and I just hated the way I looked. And this is coming from a guy that used to do boxing, used to do strongman, used to compete at an amateur level in strongman, used to run marathons and be really, really fit. And I'd completely lost my way. I'd been so focused on hard work and just climbing this ladder that I completely neglected all of these aspects of my health and my relationships as well at the time. If you fast forward to around COVID times, I'd just been made redundant. So this was late 2019 when I was at my lowest. I was at rock bottom. I just lost my job, been made redundant, and I didn't know what the hell to do with my life. I was really struggling and really stuck at this point. Now, to top it all off, my health was at an all-time low, and I was also on the brink of depression, so something drastically had to change quick. So I narrowed it down. I thought, what's the big thing that's holding me back right now? And the thing that kept coming back to me was the fact that I was always tired. I was working 14-hour days. I was doing a 2-hour commute in total, and I was really struggling with my energy. So I thought, I'm just going to look into my sleep. I'm really going to try and figure this out and solve this problem whilst I look for a job, right? So eventually I got a part-time role. I started doing a little side hustle on the side as well and making some random money here and there as well as working a part-time job. And I gradually took my sleep from around 5 hours a night to about 6.5 to 7 hours. And I was gradually just doing little things like cutting out caffeine, not going to bed so late, obviously going to bed earlier, cutting out certain foods out of my diet, and all of these little things that you hear people talk about online gradually started to work out. And over the course of a few months into end of 2020, I really started to notice a difference. And I ended up actually losing 40 pounds, right? So I gained that weight and I lost it just by making these small little changes and these little habits. I didn't change my workout plan. I didn't change anything really about my nutrition. I just made sure that I cut things out of my diet and I focused on my sleep so my body could actually recover properly. I didn't go on a crazy calorie diet or anything like that. So as I said, I had a part-time job as well that was paying the bills and I was doing a little side hustle on the side, but really it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I just thought to myself, I'm going to start sharing my journey online. I'm going to start talking to people about what I've done because I was proud of my weight loss, right? So I started posting things online, started posting on my Facebook feed, and people started reaching out to me, asking me how I'd done it. So I gave them a bit of free advice. I just helped people and gave them value. That's all I did at this point. Now, this is where everything changed for me because this was around 2021, early 2021, and I started to get a lot of notice. And I hadn't even thought about going down this path in the slightest amount, but it came to me. Okay, the path chose me because I had decided to help people and I decided to take a big step in my own life and help myself, which I desperately needed to do. Now, if you combine that with COVID as well, and everyone was struggling, everyone was stressed, people were losing their jobs and businesses were closing down, a lot of people did need help with their sleep. So I thought, hey, I'm going to give this away as much as I can online. And then it got to a point where I had a lot of interest. I thought I could monetize it. So my first ever offer I did in my coaching brand was £97. And I made £1,000, right? I got 10 signups. So I made nearly £1,000. And I thought to myself, okay, if I can help people and do something I'm passionate about, and do something that I have learned a lot about, share that knowledge with people and make money, fantastic. So I wanted to earn enough to actually replace that fully and go full in on this. I wanted to earn enough as my old full-time job, but I understand that it took time, but I just needed enough at this point just to get by and just to make sure that I wasn't falling into loads of debt. Now, I did my group coaching and I got great testimonials, got great feedback. So again, snowball effect, I just started sharing that online. Things started to grow, momentum started to build, and I thought, hey, really, really like this now. This is really cool. Now, for me, this was a huge wake-up call to what was actually possible. So I just kept giving value. That's all I focused on at this point, was just giving people value and sharing my knowledge around sleep. I started to improve my knowledge as well. I dived into blood work. I dived into nutrition. I dived into loads of mindset stuff as well. And I invested a bit of money, even put things on credit cards just to enhance my knowledge because I was so passionate about this. And I always thought, hey, if I invest, people will be more likely to invest in me. Now, this gave me a bunch of testimonials. This gave me even more clients because I did another group coaching program and I started to work with people one-to-one on a very limited basis because I didn't want to do too much at this point. And my brand grew. My brand continued to grow. And eventually I was able to do this full time. I was earning about 2,000 to 2,500, sometimes up to 4,000 a month, fluctuating around 2021. As I said, I'm pretty sure this was April 2021. I'll have a look and I'll post some images and some clips for you guys to have a look at. And working on my health continuously and trying to better myself would give me an opportunity to help more people and share this knowledge with people, which was a huge thing for me. Now, I partnered with a friend of mine as well, but we wanted to go separate ways. So I decided to do my thing and he decided to do his thing. So at this point, I didn't really know what to do. Okay. I had my own clients, I had my own thing going, but it wasn't really sustainable without support from someone who was a bit more experienced in the field of fitness, health, performance, and that kind of thing. But I kept going, kept ticking over, kept pushing on. And then in 2022, my wife and I fell pregnant. So by December 2022, I had my son and I became a father for the first time, and I had to continue to grow my business. Now, at this point, I'd also had to restart my business because I'd had a lot of things going on. The market was shifting. People weren't actually interested really in just sleep anymore. I continued to evolve my knowledge, but I didn't really continue to evolve my marketing. So I had to start my brand from scratch again in January of 2023. So 1 month after my son was born and I had fatherhood to deal with, I had a lot of sleepless nights, which I know is quite funny for a guy that talks about sleep a lot. And I had to build my brand again. It was really, really tough. But as you can see, I managed to take my brand in January 2023 from doing just over $500 in the first month to up to $45,000 between June and July in a period of about 45 days. And over the next 13 months from December 2022 to January 2023, I was actually able to do just over 100K, as you can see here, 106,000 in revenue in my first, if you like, full solo year with my own brand and my own brand new offer online. Now, of course, I had testimonials, I had social proof, but this was a new market because I moved into the entrepreneurial space from just helping, the general population. And it wasn't tried and tested. I actually had to think about my new offer, think about marketing angles, my personal brand, even just change my Instagram handle to my name. So I'd moved into a brand new space. And because I'd been giving so much value to people, I feel like it kind of came back to me when I needed it most, right? Which was to support my son and to support my wife. My son is now nearly 2 years old. He is 2 in December, and he is just the absolute best thing in my life. Alongside this business, I'm able to change lives all over the world. My wife and I support each other massively with our mission and my mission. And Harrison's life, who is my son, he is a big part of that mission as well. We want to give him the best life possible. And if I can do that simply by helping other people improve their performance, and specifically high-level entrepreneurs. I really do think that I can continue to impact lives along the way and make a massive impact with my brand, which is ultimately what I want to do. So to round this all out, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I have gone from being overweight, depressed, broke, lost my job, made redundant, really struggling, to the position I'm in now, where I'm recording this video to give you inspiration. I'm trying to inspire you with this story to show you what's possible. You know, I've gone on to make 6 figures in 1 year whilst raising my son, and my business this year has done really well. I've continued to work with some great names in the YouTube space, specifically people like Kai Nemza, Spook Luke. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I have tested things on myself, and then I've just shared the knowledge with my clients, and I put it together in a way that I can monetize it and I can have a big impact. So I hope you found this really insightful. I hope you found it inspiring as well, and I really do want to see you around here for the next video on my channel. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.